Hello friends and book babes, welcome back to the channel. So today is an impromptu video because I realized I haven't posted since like June and it is now about to be September. And the reason behind that is I've been working on reading Heroes of Olympus and vlogging it. Vlog will come out soon, okay? Be patient with me, all right? But it did take me a bit longer than I thought to get through the first one. I'm currently on the second one, almost 50% through with it. But yeah, I am getting through it. I am vlogging it. Expect the vlog probably, I'm hoping mid-September. Original plan was to post it probably whenever this gets posted instead. But things just happen, all right? But it is coming, I promise. But I was doing some spring, I guess fall cleaning is more like it, and going through things. I have a bag of clothes I'm gonna donate, and I've mentally been thinking about doing a book unhaul, but I haven't gotten around to actually doing it because I wanted to film it. So that is what we're doing. We are doing a unhaul currently, and don't mind my hair, I have a hot oil treatment in it, okay? This is one out of the two bookshelves I have. I don't have nearly as much books as a lot of booktubers have, and that's because I have slowly become more of a Kindle girly, and I also just don't like clutter. But honestly, even though this probably isn't a lot compared to a lot of book talkers and booktubers, it's still too much. It's too much of things that I don't necessarily feel myself reading ever again, or if I did, just reading it ebook version. So we're gonna get rid of some of these things. First and foremost, I'm probably never gonna read A Thousand Boy Kisses again. I gave it 5 stars the first time I read it, but I don't know. I'm not nearly as attached to it as I once was a year ago. So we're getting rid of that for sure. This one is annotated. So my thought process is, for the ones that are annotated, I'm probably going to maybe put it at like a little free library, because the book is free for the person, so they can't really complain about it being annotated, even though I think a lot of people like getting annotated books. I don't want people to have to pay for that, you know? So I'm hopefully gonna make a pile for donating, a pile for free little library. That might be the same thing depending on how many I have. And then one that I'm gonna sell on my Pango Books, which is linked below. I already have some books on there if you want to check it out. But yeah, so let's see. Daisy Jones and the Six. I tabbed this one pretty heavily, but I never actually wrote in it. So we're gonna go ahead and sell this one. I'm selling this because the audiobook is superior, and frankly I just don't ever see myself rereading it, to be honest, and if I did, I would just listen to the audiobook. So we're gonna do Pango Books for that one. I'm kind of on the fence about Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I bought this one used because I wanted to annotate it after reading it the first time. Honestly, I don't even know if I would reread this, to be honest. I'm trying to decide. I'm not too sure. I think I'll keep it for a little bit longer and see how that goes. This book my great aunt gave me, so I feel like I should at least try to read it. I don't know if I ever will, but it is kind of short, so I'm gonna hopefully give it a chance. Gilded Ones I have not read. I bought for the cover because it's gorgeous, but I think this is either a duology or a trilogy, and I just don't feel like I will end up purchasing the second book. I feel like I will probably just read it on ebook again, so I think I'm going to do Pango Books for this one. Look at us making room. I can put this right there now instead of stacking it. And I haven't read King of Battle and Blood, but this is a part of a series and I feel like I'll just read it on ebook. So Pango Books again. Okay, even though I feel like I'll end up wanting to read this on ebook because it's hardcover, this one I thrifted. Okay, I got it at a used bookstore, and it is a signed copy with a letter. I think it was an Allo Crate edition. Therefore, I can never get rid of this one. Simply can never get rid of it. I haven't read the series yet because I'm waiting for it to be done. But yeah, That's the thought process behind that. I really want to reread Four Dead Queens because I used to give Red Queen credit for me getting back into reading, but really what started it was Four Dead Queens. And then I got Red Queen, the series, and because it was a series, it made me keep reading. Therefore, I started to get in the habit of reading more frequently. What really started it all over again in my adult life is Four Dead Queens. So can never get rid of that one. I definitely want to reread it and see if I still feel the same way about it. I think everything else on these shelves I want to keep. Bottom shelf, however, I do have a few that will probably be free little libraries because of the annotating. Hook a Plan was a good book. Don't really ever plan on rereading it or anything. I don't find any nostalgic feelings towards it or anything like that. It was just a solid 4-star nice read. So I'm gonna do free little library for that one. Same thing with Archer's Voice. I annotated this one as well. So we're gonna go, did I annotate it? Or did I just tab it? It's looking like I just tabbed it. Yeah, I think I just, there is a little bit of highlighting. I might sell this one because there's only like 2 things that are highlighted. And I'll probably just sell this for not very much. But Archer's Voice, a lot of people love this book. I found it pretty mid. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it, but I just didn't get the hype. So we're gonna Pango Books that one. Same thing with 7 Days in June. Everyone and their mothers loves this book, but it was kind of just giving trauma bonding to me, so I didn't really like it. I liked it, but not to the extent that everyone else liked it. But I do think I annotated this one, so we are going to go ahead and free little library that one as well. The Tessa Bailey little duology here, the It Happened One Summer and Hook, Line, and Sinker. I loved It Happened One Summer when I first read it. This was my first Tessa Bailey book, and I gave it 5 stars, and I was so excited to read the sisters book because they seemed so cute and had so much potential in this one. And then this one, I think I just hyped it up so much in my head that I was disappointed in it. So I do want to try and maybe reread it to see how I feel about it this time. So I'm going to keep these even though Hook, Line, and Sinker wasn't necessarily my favorite. I just want to give it another chance. Checkmate and Love on the Brain by Allie Hazelwood. Love on the Brain is probably my least favorite of Allie's books. So I'm definitely going to get rid of this one. It kind of definitely felt like the Love Hypothesis copy-paste, but make the guy have green eyes instead, and that was it. And then I just vividly remember being so annoyed that half of the book was spent with a misunderstanding about her being married when she's not. You learn about that like in the first chapter, so that's not really a spoiler, but that lasts literally like half the book, and that alone just pissed me off too much. So free little library for that one because it is annotated. And then Check and Mate. A lot of people love this book. I did not. It wasn't giving YA enough for me. Like, I didn't really enjoy reading about orgies and orgasms and stuff in a YA book, which I guess you could call me a prude for that. I don't really know, but I wasn't really prepared for that. And so it kind of just took me out of it. I didn't really like the writing style of it either. It kind of felt like Allie was trying to sound Gen Z, but failing at it type of vibes. Like, why are we talking about TikTok so much? Please stop, you know? So I didn't really particularly enjoy this one. I liked it, but I didn't enjoy it. And there is a difference. So I think free little library, I think I annotated this one a little bit. So free little library, or maybe I will sell it if there's no markings. So yeah, it's time to get to the villain, which is Colleen Hoover. Okay, so I know for sure, oh god, oops, okay, I'm for sure free little librarying Confess and Heartbones because I know I annotated these. but they are just not really my favorites of Colleen's stuff. I do love the cover of this one more than what they changed it to. So a part of me low-key wants to keep it just because of the cover. Like this is an artifact at this point. But I will never reread these, let's be honest. So donate, free to the library, something like that. We're gonna get rid of Verity, the special edition. I got the special edition mainly because, like, isn't that so pretty? But this is like a thriller, and I really feel like Colleen should just venture off to the thriller genre because her romances sometimes romanticize toxic relationships, and I feel like you can get away with that a lot more in a thriller. So I feel like she should just venture off to thrillers because this one was pretty good, which is why I got the special edition. But she really ruined it by doing that. Which there is definitely a nod to it in the actual book, in the bonus chapter or whatever, but I don't need it. I don't need that. And I personally don't really reread thrillers because I know what's going to happen now, and I just don't feel the need to do that. So I'm going to give that to Pango Books. You would think I would get rid of all of my Colleen ones, but I think I'm going to keep the rest for now, which are these. I hated November 9th, and I hated Ugly Love. So why am I keeping them? I don't know. Something about them. I want to maybe reread it one day. I feel like I did like It Ends With Us, but I feel like that's because I grew up in a environment with my grandparents where there was a lot of abuse happening, and so I understood the writing and everything about it. I feel like it can be triggering for some people, especially since there's no trigger warnings. I definitely think there should be for people that have actually lived Lily's life. But I personally did enjoy the book. So my favorite is definitely Reminders of Him, and I think it's because it's the saddest one and I just like sad things. I remember really liking All Your Perfects, but I haven't reread it, so I don't know how I'll feel about it now. And same goes with Hopeless. It's definitely written in a juvenile way, but I think I did enjoy it. So there's some that I do want to reread eventually. So we're gonna just keep these for now. I might get rid of them in another 3 months or so. We'll see how I feel. So let's go to the next shelf. We're making some great progress. Here's the donating / free little library pile currently. And then here is our Pango Books pile so far. I think we're doing a good job. So let's go to this one, which I think there's only one thing I'm probably going to get rid of for this one, because this shelf is more for the ones I really enjoy, I guess, or just haven't read yet. And so I think I'm going to get rid of Renegades just because this is also a part of a series, and I feel like I'm not going to buy the other books. I'm just going to read them on ebook. So we're going to Pango Books this one because we haven't read it, so there's no annotations on it. Same thing goes for Legend, I think. If I read it, it's going to be on ebook. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that one too. But I think that will be all for right now. But yeah, I think that's all for now for that shelf. And the only other shelves I have are my floating ones. And my floating ones specifically have books that I enjoy a lot. So like Six of Crows duology, and then like the Poppy War and ACOTAR and stuff. So that's pretty much everything. I kind of thought I'd be more dramatic with getting rid of more books, but when you haven't gone to Barnes & Noble in like 5 months, this is kind of just what happens. You know, being a Kindle girly really has changed my life, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the shift that my mind has had. But yeah, so these are probably going to go to a free little library. I might have to find 2 or 3. But if any of these interest you, these will be on my Pango Books. as well as some others that I already have on there. So definitely check it out if you're interested in getting any of these. But yeah, I'm excited to let someone else appreciate these books because I no longer do, and someone else can. That's going to be the end of this video. I know it's short, and I know I haven't been very active on here, and I've been getting more subscribers from my Percy Jackson video, which I appreciate very much, and I'm definitely very sorry that I haven't been on here as frequently as I usually am or usually would like to. But hopefully I can really start juggling the full-time job and this a little bit better soon. So just be patient with me, please. Please. It's gonna be the end of this video. I hope this helped you let go of some books that another home would appreciate more, probably. And go through your closet too. Donate some clothes. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Meet me on the street lights. Meet me where the lights fade out. Tell me what it feels like